Well, hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you. If this is your very first time coming to the show, a big warm welcome for you. Definitely a big warm welcome. And if you're coming back, definitely welcome back. It's always great to have people that enjoy the quality of my show and want to keep watching it and sharing it and making it part of their daily lives. If you are new here or not, don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com, of course, for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, which, by the way, you can do 24 hours a day. Yes, 24 hours a day. Do that after the show. You can go to believemeachieve.com. All right, guys. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and kick this show off. Are you ready? I know I am. All right, guys. So, we are in our brand new master topic week. As you guys know, it kicked off just yesterday. So again, it's really great to have everybody here with me. And I think you're going to really enjoy tonight's show of Inspirations for Your Life. By the way, this is the daily motivational show, taking you from stuck to unstoppable. And we have a really good show today. And it's all about getting out of the mud. Yes. Series 5, Show 4, Episode number 2, turning setbacks into, well, foundation. And yeah. By the way, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and hello there, and welcome back to Inspirations for Your Life. It's the daily motivational show where growth is actually intentional, healing is powerful, and success is built upon truth, not pressure. I am your host, John C. Morley. Like I said, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, graduate student, and yes, guys, a passionate lifelong learner. It's great to be with all of you. Today's episode is for anyone who has ever felt stuck in the mud. Not because they failed, but because, well, life hit them hard. And that's not a reason to give up, guys. Absolutely not. Getting out of the mud, turning setbacks into foundation is about transforming what tried to bury you into the very ground you build your future upon. And so I know how this can bring many people down. I get it. I mean, that can happen. It's just one of those things, right? But we have to be very strong. Number one, guys, you didn't just survive life. You it tried to bury you and accidentally planted you. So number two, your rock bottom can become your launch pad. A lot of people hit rock bottom like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to handle this? And it's important to realize that this might be just a spot in your life. It's not somewhere you are having to stay. It's a temporary spot. That's all it is. Number three, guys, stop calling it a failure. Call it data. Yeah, call it data. So data allows us to process things. And then once we do that, we can go back and do even more things, right? We can measure it. We can change it. Number four, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. And if we embrace that whole concept, well, then the life doors just really open up to infinite possibilities. Number five, the version of you that went through hell deserves to see you win. Yeah. All that struggle, all that challenge that you went through, you deserve to win every single time. Number six, guys, you learn more from the losses than the trophies ever taught you. I know we all want the trophies, don't get me wrong. But if we can understand that sometimes we have to go through some challenges before we can actually get, the decadent chocolate, before we can get the rewards. I think the rewards are much sweeter when we had some challenges, just to be honest with you guys. Number seven, your scars are not ugly. They're proof you healed. Yeah. They're proof. Number 8, you are not broken. I'm going to say that again. You are not broken. You're not broken. You're battle tested. That's it. Number 9, you can't control where you fell, but you can control where you stand up. You can control where you decide to replant yourself. You can do that, guys, every single day. But I think sometimes when people feel hard, they don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. And I think that's a problem for a lot of people. They get stuck in this pattern. And for whatever reason, guys, this pattern just kind of gets them to do what? Procrastinate over and over and over again. And unfortunately, that's not great. But that is what happens. It causes that procrastination just go on and on and on and on. That's important. Okay? Very, very important to realize and to be cognizant, aware of. Number 10, guys, you weren't stuck. You were forced to pause and rethink. That's something a lot of people don't really get. They don't understand why that is. But I'm here to tell you that when you pause and think, you actually become a better version of yourself. I know that, looking at things, it becomes hard. But I also know that when we dig deep, there's so much we can do. So much. Number 11, the mess that embarrassed you will one day empower someone else. Yeah. It's a mess to you, but it's actually something that I think a lot of people don't realize. They don't realize how this matters. Number 12, you didn't lose time. You actually gained wisdom. And as I said before, you're not starting over. You're starting with more education, right? That's important. And that's something we all need to basically embrace. Okay? It's something we have to embrace. Something we really need to embrace. And we can. Number 13, your stability now is built upon all the times you refuse to stay down. I know that we get these times when, we wish things would be different, but we have to embrace what we have now. I think that's a very, very important thing that we can embrace and we can grow with every single day. All right. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I'm here to tell you that you can do it. I think that's an important thing to really understand. It's an important thing that you need to realize, you need to appreciate, you need to prepare for. But when, we see lemons, the first thing most people do is say, oh my gosh, it's a mess. Instead of figuring out how to turn lemons into lemonade. Yeah. How do you turn lemons into lemonade? Number 14, guys, you deserve a life that doesn't constantly feel like survival mode, right? We've all been in survival mode, and survival mode, guys, is not fun. It's just one of those things where we can't really do anything because we're constantly chasing our tail, right? You've had those moments, right? Where we're always chasing our tail round and round and round and round. And maybe you're saying to myself, gee, John, I'm chasing my tail, but I don't really know even how I'm chasing my tail or what I'm chasing it for. So those are important moments that I think we need to embrace and we need to grow within our lives. We need to grow with them. Number 15, You are allowed to outgrow the version of you that accepted less. Yeah, you can outgrow it, and you don't have to give anybody a reason or saying, "Hey, this is what's gone on." You don't have to tell somebody anything. Okay? You can outgrow the fact that you accepted less and were happy with it. Well, now you can want more. Now you can want more. That's pretty powerful, guys. Very, very powerful. And so what I want to say to you guys is that sometimes, procrastination just kind of rears its head without us being totally aware of it. And then when it comes full force, it's like, well, we're already exhausted. We're already given up, right? Number 16, sometimes, I say sometimes, the universe blocks you because small doors don't fit big futures. So it means that your mind and where you want to go, it's much bigger than that. Much bigger than that. Okay. And if we allow that to transpire, then we can become, well, pretty powerful. But we have to first believe in who we are every single day of our lives. We have to get up and not only be proud and confident and knowing that we can succeed, even when everyone else around us doesn't believe that it's actually possible. Okay? Maybe that's the whole reason. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does. If it doesn't, then I'm hoping it does. If it does, then maybe you'll understand who you are, who we are, and why we're doing things, right? But if we get stagnated, then it's like, oh my gosh, what do we do? We get stagnated. Does that mean something to you? If it doesn't, then how do you go somewhere? How do you ever go somewhere in life? How do you figure out what your dreams are going to be? How do you go somewhere? How do you go somewhere? How do you figure out what you need to be or what you need to become? It's not because of somebody else. It's because of you. It's because of you. That's the most important thing. Number 17, your comeback doesn't need an announcement, just consistency. Just consistency. Somebody that goes on and on and on and that comes back over and over again, they are consistent. They're the ones that are living, right? Their dreams. They're the ones living their dreams. I think that's something that many people feel that, maybe they don't deserve a dream, but everyone deserves a dream. And everyone has the right and the God-given birth privilege to dream big, not to dream small. I know that sometimes you want to dream small. I really know that. Okay. I absolutely know that. But when you think about what's going on, when you think about why something's happening, when you think about the fact that you're procrastinating, well, because of something somebody did, or maybe something you saw, or maybe something you felt, but it's not every moment. It's just this moment. And number 18, you owe it to yourself, your younger self, that is, to keep going. I know it seems hard, okay? But I want to tell you that it's important to embrace this every single day. Every single day. And if you embrace it every single day, then you'll start to see changes are going to happen. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then maybe you need to relook at your values, relook at your priorities in life. Number 19, guys, you're not defined by the worst thing that happened to you. A lot of people might say, oh my gosh, I can't do this. This is like all I can do, right? That's what some people say. That's all I can do. It's all I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. No, it doesn't have to be that way. I want to tell you right now, guys, that you make your future. You make your bed. Regardless of what anybody else is going to tell you, your energy creates tomorrow. Okay? And the day after that, and the week after that, and the month after that, quarter after that, whole year after that, and beyond. When you change your energy, it's like you're running a new program. See, a lot of times we don't reach our goals because the program we're running is not in alignment with what we're trying to get. It's in alignment with what we already have, and it's not adjusted to where we want to go. Does that make some sense? I hope it does. Number 20, some of your mistakes were just misaligned environments. That's it. Misaligned. Nothing totally bad, just you were not in alignment with where and why you were doing something. Right? Your why was not loud enough. And by not being loud enough, I mean that it did not align with your core values in life. That's the truth. That's the real truth of the matter. But the good news is you can change those core values every single day of your life. You can change them. Okay? You can change them every single day. Every single day, you can change them. And maybe you're saying to me, John, this doesn't quite make the sense that I want it to. Right? Maybe you're saying that to yourself. Maybe you're not. But if we can understand that where we're going is based on our mindset. Number 21, you're not fragile, guys. You're flexible. It's just maybe you haven't learned how to bend. Maybe you haven't learned how to turn. Maybe not. Maybe you haven't discovered the knowledge you need to be more adaptable, to be more like a chameleon. Number 22, you didn't fail at life, guys. You passed the lesson. And once you pass the lesson, you keep going after it time in and time again. Time in and time again, you keep making that lesson. Time in and time again. Time in and time again. That's very powerful, guys. Very, very powerful. So powerful that you would not believe how this little shift in your mind can make really major changes in your life. Now, the thing is, it's not going to happen overnight. As much as you want it to happen tomorrow, it's not going to happen overnight. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's going to take a little time. Number 23. What tried to sink you is now part of your story and actually the foundation of your core strength now. Funny how that kind of happens, isn't it? How we can just kind of replace that. That's really funny. Number 24. You're allowed to rebuild differently. This time, okay? And it doesn't have to be the exact same way that it was before, guys. It doesn't have to be that way. All right? And if it doesn't have to be that way anymore, that means we have choices to be different in life. We have choices to be different in life. Right? We have the choices to be different in life. If we have the choices to be different in life, then why is it that people don't understand some things? Why is it that people go one way? Why is this? Why is it that, people do things a certain way? I just want to know why. And if the why is there, then I just want to say, how do we make the change? Again, we can't make the change maybe overnight, but we can make the change over time. Over time, we can. Over time. And when we do this, it's like, well, we get this whole perspective of something that shifted just a little bit, maybe not a lot, but that little shift, okay? That little shift tells us that maybe we need to do something different in our lives. Maybe. Does it at least make you think? I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it makes you think. If it doesn't, then I get it. I get it. If something happens a certain way, then maybe you'll change where you are, what you're doing. But if it doesn't, then would you change your direction? I don't know. Number 25, your story gets better every time you choose not to quit. It becomes just a little bit easier. It becomes a little more manageable. It becomes a little more believable for you, right? It's not about winning tomorrow. It's about getting a little bit further than where you were. Getting just a little bit further than where you were yesterday. Number 26, guys, you are stronger than the thing that almost broke you. You are very, very strong. Very strong. Number 27, guys, that chapter hurt, but also woke you up. It taught you a lesson. It said, hey, you're not going to do this stuff anymore. Right? I hope it taught you a lesson. Number 28, you can grieve what happened and still be excited for what's next. You can. Number 29, your pain has a purpose. It woke up your potential. It wasn't there to scare you. It was there to shock you into changing the way you currently operate and live in the world. That's powerful, guys. Very powerful. Number 30, you're stepping out of the mud into your main character error. And we all know what it's like to have our car stuck in the mud, or have known someone that's got their car stuck in the mud. Whether you have four-wheel drive or not, you know that when you're stuck in the mud, sometimes it calls for drastic measures, including calling a tow truck to possibly get you out. But you know what? You get out and you can talk about it and you can move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Inspirations for Your Life, the daily motivational show for people who've been knocked down but refuse to stay there. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and I'm reminding you that what tried to bury you didn't end you, it strengthened you. You're no longer stuck, folks. You're solid. You can listen now. Go to believemeachieve.com. You can listen to the audio cast, the video cast, podcast, whatever you like, short form, long form content, articles, reels, yeah, so much more. You can replay these shows because these nuggets, folks, are very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. And if you can admit that, then you'll know that you can make the difference. Again, all you need to do is visit believemeachieve.com. By the way, you can do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Maybe you have an itch for some motivation at 1 in the morning. I mean, you don't have to listen to it at 1 a.m. Or maybe you can't get to sleep and you just need something to, I don't know, maybe comfort you a little bit, right? Maybe not. And I think if we can appreciate those kinds of things, then we can realize the true potential in our life. The true potential in our life. That's a very interesting thing, guys. Okay? Very, very interesting thing. It's interesting because you know what's going on. You know why something is going on or why it's not going on. So I invite you to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, of course, inspiring creations. I'll catch you guys real soon. And remember, get yourself unstuck out of the mud. It's a mental mindset, and I know you can do it. Have a good one, everyone. Be well.